Hey guys, I have started the live stream just to see in case you are there. Just hit the like button. So let's wait for folks to join. I think in 7, I think 3 minutes earlier I have started. So today I think I'll interact with you guys. So I think the stream has started. However, I think so many folks recently have joined this channel, and I think prior to this live stream, the last live stream was around 2 3 months ago. So I was arranging for a new setup of the live stream with a new camera and microphone here, and I think this has a better clarity of HD quality video, and the setup is different entirely from the previous live setups, so that you can have a better audio visual experience here. And hope you are watching me correctly with audios and the video. So in case you are hearing me clearly, just hit the thumbs up so that I can see that how many of you are there, and you are actually hearing me clearly. So in case you have questions that you want to directly ask me, because when I read the comments and when I give the reply, or we plan a Q&A episode, that time it takes a lot of time. There is a lot of interactions. However, I think earlier, last year, I was doing frequently the live streams. Now there was a little bit gap because I was preparing for a new setup with the camera and the microphone, and you can see the background is different. So although the background is in a trial mode, so it's not been done in a good neat fashion. However, I have just assembled the things up. In case you are liking the new setup and the new quality of video, please let me know. And there is another thing, that many of you are freshers. You are either you are on a stage of onboarding, or you have already joined a new company. So in that case, my suggestion is that once you enter a company, right, there will be a lot of people you are interacting. Some become your role model, and you generally follow them from top to bottom, technically, even by attire also. So you attire, you follow them. So yeah, that's great, because people is not only technical, people has also their different sides. Their today we have a lot of gadgets, and people also have different attires and all. So this way you with your subconscious, you pick up one of your mentor right there, whom you try to follow, but sometimes you become a bit hesitate to tell that to that person. On the other hand, once you are a person from maybe a rural background, or maybe somewhere from maybe not so popular college or university, right, that time you face different things in your mind, going in your mind, right, that okay, am I at par the level of the company or something like that. So these are some unanswered questions, and I think that these questions are not that much important to you right now, because you are just a beginner in the industry. When you are a fresher, and you have multiple ways to go. When you are a trainee, right, you don't know at which type of project, maybe a front end or a back end, which type of project you will be allocated to. At that point, you have a sea of opportunity in front of you. Instead, you look back that I can come from this background or that background. I think that hardly matters, because in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, and 6 year, and this going on the journey, it's a continuous journey that you will continue forever in your career, right? And today, whatever you are thinking, that you are feeling a bit shy to meet people, because say today I am speaking with you in a fluent English, right? You may not have a good English language speaking skill with you, right? You feel hesitate about that. Okay, I entered a company, say you are posted in somewhere in the southern India, right? So that time, mostly frequently, you have to talk in English, and you become shy that I cannot speak English that well. So that doesn't matter at all. Okay, so you try to speak broken English. That means that you try to make simple sentences that you can convey your message. And sometime आप ये भी यूज सकते कि मतलब इंग्लिश यूज कर सकते हो, which is making Hindi and English, right, together punch. So you can use that also. Mostly in my channel I speak in English, because I think the audience is very very broad. I think from many parts of the world people watch me, and also watch Monmon, because she has started the midweek track. uh, Please let your comments about the different tracks that are introduced, and which is not only limited to your working or something like that, and which also broadens your entire spectrum that you have, right? So this way, because once you are in company, right, you start as a fresher, you start working as a particular engineer of category A, B, C, D. But in future, obviously, where the future is going, right, you must be focused on your future. So the midweek track either helps you to get lined up with your present situation, or it is making you align with for the future. So that's the thing. You have to be in present, as well as you have to be prepared for the future. So in case you have some question or something, you please let me know in the comment, and let me know that whether you would like to have such live sessions where you can just have an interaction with me. And hey guys, is my audio clear to you? I am speaking for a long, because I cannot hear my audio, right? So I also can check my microphone levels and other things at my end. However, but at your end, how you are feeling, let me know. So um that's the thing. And when the hirings are going on, you are on I think you are on a rush. Your adrenaline rush is there. You are preparing a lot of things at your end, theoretically, as well as aptitude for HR round and all. So generally what happens that we prepare everything technically, it's okay, but what we miss out, that is the HR round, right? So please allocate at least 20% of your time for the HR round of your entire span. Please focus on 20% of your time on the HR interview. That has also very very great importance, because you may not be aware, but the HRs, they day to day watch you very closely as a company asset, and also they have recommendation for your manager towards the future, where you will be placed, and what kind of alignment job role you can have. So these are things uh, you may not know, but from my industry experience, I can say that in the industry, the HRs does the constant observation of you. So what kind of observation? After you are hired, what you are wearing every day, what you are eating, where whom with whom you are meeting. So these kind of personal profilings are done by the HR folks. So it's also very good for you to get prepared for the HR interview. So whatever you say in the interview, right, you must be aligned to yourself. I'm not saying that you become 100% transparent and you speak everything, and let every secret out. No, I'm not telling that. I'm telling that for your professional presence, right, whatever you say and whatever you do, there should be a alignment. There could be a bit mismatch, but should be alignment moreover. Now let me speak about the different tracks. So recently we have announced another track which is called the R&D track. So R&D track will cover different things that are coming into the chip, that means the silicon chip in for future, because we are hitting the nodes low and low and low, and it might happen that in future what will be there, where the companies will be investing their money, what will happen, right? A lot of questions are there. So these things are answered in the R&D track. So you can see the Q&A track is now back on track, where the host is Munmun. So you can see the Q&A track is back. The FAQ track is a bit delayed for because the Verilog track is ongoing, right? So it's a long track. I'll try to push some of the FAQs in between so that just to get out of the monotony. And SNA is also now back on track. So you can see the whatever happening in the Indian subcontinent or around the world in the semiconductor domain. So you can get a real good view of that through that track, because many times the languages that are mentioned there in the news around, you may not interpret as a fresher, and it might happen you are not at all aware where the news is there. It is getting published or something like that. And when a news is published, mind it, when a news is published, it is written by the news reporters, and they just report it. Hey Arvind, thanks for your comment. Yeah, we are preparing for our track, and yeah, and another track we are getting ready. So that is secret, I'll not tell you, so you have to be observant about that. So it is not R&D, it is something else that will come in future. And there is another thing that when you hear the news, right, you do not have enough connecting points to your recent knowledge, skills, and your position with how the news is progressing in the future. So that's the thing that you get about the SNA track. So SNA track was started, the Q&A was started, and for a long time the SNA was, I think, muted because there was a lot of things going on around this channel and the productions on backgrounds. So in between the entire thing, I also upgraded. I think you can see in me right now in a high resolution camera, background, audio, all those things, and lighting setup. So there are a lot of background changes which you do not see in the video. So those are happening. So many things got delayed. Now every track and everything is back on track, and you can actually have all the taste of the things. And I think maybe I'll try to keep a live session in between the regular tracks to interact with you guys. You more you come and more you open up, right? Here the live session is for you, because say if you want to directly connect with me, it's difficult because whenever you are posting in social media, right, I may not be available there at that time. So what happens that once I see and once I reply, there is a delay. So if there is a live session ongoing, right, I think you get more about your questions. You open up. So there is a comment from Arvind that excited about the new R&D track. So yes, thanks Arvind, and we will publish different episodes on R&D, and you can get the taste of what coming in future, because a lot of things are there. AI is there. I already made 2 episodes on AI, how it will impact the VLSI field, and there is a lot of hustle bustle going on. So all those hustle bustles are covered in this particular track in R&D. Apart from that, SNA makes you aware what is already happening around you, how more jobs are generated, and etc., etc. If you are from Indian subcontinent, right, that the SNA track will be very much relevant to you, because there is a lot of things happening inside the Indian subcontinent about the future. So recently, you might have seen the China and the Taiwan. These things are happening. I think the non-technical things are happening, which might impact a bit into the semiconductor field. However, I think as the India is progressing, and I think we will be able to circumvent the situation in future. Let us keep our eyes open. What happens and how we are going to face that. So, and guys, I'm inviting your questions. So this live session is for questions. So you pop up your questions. In case I'm not able to answer right now, I'll schedule a Q&A episode, or something like that, or a FAQ. I have multiple tracks. So now let me give a difference between the Q&A and the FAQ. FAQ is a kind of archive where all questions that are frequently asked in the VLSI domain are categorized and published in the FAQ track. Oh, let me just sip a bit water because my throat got dry. Excuse me for a second. So, yeah, I got a question from Arvind, and it's a good question. What is your suggestion for the one who switch from different domain to VLSI? So there, if you go to the Q&A playlist, right, there is already one episode we have published about how to switch from IT software to VLSI. In case you have a specific question, please put down in the comment section, so that we can be very much specific, because when we are talking about two domains, right, from domain 1 to domain 2, you are switching, right? So there should be a mapping of the things, so you will be able to give the mapping. So in case you have not watched the episode in the Q&A playlist, please go ahead in the playlist page, and there you will find how to switch from IT software to VLSI. We have made already one episode on that topic. So hope, I think that will answer you, Arvind. And if you have more question, put that in comments. So we are happy to answer to the comments. And mostly what we do, we prepare a Q&A episode or a FAQ episode, because if I write in comment, right, that will reach to a very limited number of people who are reading the comments. However, we try to make a video, because the video will reach out to the larger audience inside the YouTube. So, hey, any question, any more question, folks? Here I am live with you. In case you have some, say you may become shy about asking your manager or your HR about anything that you feel very shy. So you can come and ask that question here in the live session. So that will be very, 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 I think, easy for you. So you can ask. So Arvind posted two comments today, and any more question? I'm open to the questions right now. I have spoken a lot, so people who have joined today's live stream. So I think so. Another thing is that these live streams are published. However, for a certain time, yeah, Arvind, yeah, next question, yeah. Hey Arvind, this question is very good. So if you want to switch from another particular field to the VLSI, I have to get the details from which particular field you are shifting, right? And why you want to first of all. So when you face the HR, right, or the technical round, the first question you will face that why you want to move to VLSI. So you are passionate about VLSI, or you are passionate about the chip engineering, all these kind of things, right? So those will help you to get the first breakthrough. And Another thing is that you have to have the skill set. So in this channel, I think there is a lot of skill set that you can learn as a free content. All these playlists are there. If you go there, a lot of free content is there. Even entire series may have 10 or 15 episodes. If you complete the entire episodes, I think you will be very much tech savvy in that particular subject. So for technical skill, I Tech Simplified TV, the particular playlist page is there. You can go ahead and pick a different track from there. And here I am live with you. In case you have some questions, you throw the questions, and I'll try to answer. In case they are very much not diggable for me right now in the live, I will prepare Q&A, FAQ, uh, or any kind of other episodes. So recently, one user, I'd like to mention this. So he has just done a good study of different file formats, and he has side by side compared the file formats and the video. So I think it's for a .lib file, and other couple of files were there. So he commented and he said that it is very useful for him. So in case you are watching a particular video about a file format, about the particular file format, then you must play the video side by side. So I'm happy to see such comments when people speak out, right? Because you are a silent watcher. Many of you are silent watcher. I do not even know that the things are impacting you. You are getting a good kind of knowledge from it. So at least this kind of uh, data that comes through your comments, and that helps us to proceed further, make different episode in a different direction. Because I see, right, in there are a lot of questions in people's mind, and I think the Tech Simplified TV is there just to give answer. Because both me and Moon worked in the semiconductor field around 10 years, and we have covered a different domain. So if we add our entire experience, so we have a big, very big landscape covered. So that's why we will be able to give answers about different things. And I am announcing that there will be a secret track is coming. So there is a lot of suspense about that. I will not break the ice right now. You have to wait. I'm not talking about R&D. There will be another new track that will excite you, and stay tuned for that. And here Arvind replied, "Thank you, got the answer." So Arvind, I am also happy that in this live session, I am able to interact with you. And what about the other folks who have joined? You don't have any questions? Speak out. Don't be shy, because you can be shy in a company, right? Because it's related to your image, your salary, and all. Here, Tech Simplified TV is nothing like that. So it's your one is to one interaction with us, right? So I think you can be more frank in asking questions about different things. I think we have made two different episodes on salary and the salary hike, which were very long kept secret in the VLSI. And yeah, coming out by the word secret, right? Recently, we have published about the secret softwares that have been kept from away from you in VLSI. So there are a lot of softwares that you can learn for VLSI skill at your home without paying a penny. So I think, folks, hey, I think a lot of people are joining, and I get a lot of thumbs up. So in case you are hearing me, just give me a thumbs up, and that will encourage me to continue more and more live streams. So folks who have joined me right now and can hear me right away, so I'll request that you put questions here. Arvind was very much opened up, and Arvind, I think, picked up or got some pointers from me during this discussion. 4 comments totally from Arvind, and I would like to happy to see comments from you. And one thing, so whether you are a male candidate or a female candidate, don't hesitate to ask questions in Tech Simplified TV. This is the channel is for you, for the knowledge of different domains inside the VLSI, because for a long the VLSI total data has been kept hidden from you, which we are sharing openly in this particular platform, and making things easy for you to understand, to interpret, and you can gear up to uh, so yeah, Another good question, but the name is not there. It's a generic name. What is the importance of MTech in corporate? So, first of all, in MTech, generally you will have a project, right, on which you have worked. So, first of the things that the interviewers will focus, that are you able to explain what you have done in the project? This is very important. You may see that, okay, I have done the college, the project in my college or some other institute. Oh, it may be relevant, may not be relevant. But one thing I tell you, when you are aware about the things what you have done from top to bottom, any technical interviewer or a HR person will give a high percentage of ranking for you, because you are in a grip of your own knowledge or own work. That means ownership. This is a very good word. The ownership is a very important thing. Once you enter the corporate, you will hear this ownership word 1,000 times in a year from your manager. This can be seen at the very first step when you are giving the interview. You may be a BTech, you may be a MTech. So don't be hesitate. Whatever project you have done, have a good grip, have a good knowledge from top to bottom, so that you can convince the interviewer during the interview process about your work done. That will help you to get the understanding, because say in college it is not possible that you do everything related to semiconductor, right? But whatever you have done, you must be well aware, and you have your good grip about your thing, and that you will be well presenting. That the third thing. So you will be first, you know what you have done, you can speak it well. And presentability, whatever you have done, make a good presentation. In case you have to give a presentation, or in case you have to verbally speak, keep everything inside your mind how you will speak about them. So that will very much important. The degree title is I think something that relates with your how much academic landscape you have crossed. However, when the person is hired in a company, right, it is picked up that how the personal skill set is there. Your technical hiring manager will look into the good details of what you have done, how you have the grip, and all these things. So this is very important. So this anonymous user, thanks for asking this question. So focus on things. Hey, I think I have received another question here from Jainam Mehta. What do you do apart from this channel? So this is not about me, this is about you. The channel is about you. It's about sharing our knowledge and sharing this thing towards you, opening up. Thanks for asking this question. These are kind of typical YouTube questions that people receive in the live comments or Q&A episode. But generally whatever is there, uh, so this I spent time here because just for your good amount of knowledge building, skill based building, all these things. Hey, there is another good question coming up here. So does UG degree is enough to get into VLSI into, or the PG is necessary? So UG is enough. I can say you UG is enough. You can enter. And PG, if you have, it will have some small changes in the salary. So better you watch the two episodes that we have given on the salary and the salary hike. I think it's on the Q&A track, and you can find it in the Q&A playlist. So that will answer. If you have a PG degree, it means that you have mastered your skill, right? So that means even I can say that in the multinational companies, they keep a good database even for the PhD candidates. So when annually they publish their report, say we have this much of graduate, this much people of postgraduate, and this much people with PhDs. So they hire everyone, and your skill set, your presentability, your grip on your work, that I think that is most. So it's not that whether it's not a binary decision. If you think that you want to master some subject, it's your own choice. I want to master in electronics, right? So I did a master's. So you are a master of that, because there is a level difference between the bachelor and the masters, as per your academic skill, as per your knowledge on everything else, right? So that helps you to become very very much aware of yourself, and then you can proceed in the right direction. That means whatever subject you learn in masters, you become the master. So it's simple. Bachelor means you have just have the degree, you are eligible for this thing. Masters means you have mastered it. And yes, that is the postgraduate. That means after you are graduate, generally people have we have mtech or btech, but we do not say we are bachelors or masters, right? So these words have their significance. So you have more knowledge. Even the phd candidates are also hired in the multinational companies. So what you will say, that should I do a phd and then enter? Yes, many people do enter in the phd after completing the phd. Even some posts are released for only the phd candidates, because in the vlsi companies we need a entire knowledge chain. So this knowledge chain start from even from diploma holders up to the phd candidates. So everyone are welcome in the in the VLSI industry. So I think Arvind, I have given a broader spectrum to you so that you can understand it. So hey folks, I think more people have joined. So please hit the like button in case you have hearing me clearly. So here I see a question. Gokula Kanan. So, sir, how the career growth in post silicon validation? Good question. Let me drink some water and then answer you. My throat has dried, so I am borrowing 2 minutes. So please stay in line. I'll speak right now about it in a brief. Also, I have made an episode about this particular domain where the post silicon validation is explained in detail. Now, the post silicon validation is very very much important, because in test chip industry, right, it is a sub industry of the entire VLSI industry. So the test chip sub industry, this post silicon validation is done, and this is very much important because that gives the data sheet, that means the physical data sheet of the chip that you are making out for your customer. This is one thing. If you are packaging a chip and doing it the post silicon validation, you are contributing to the data sheet. So if you go to the datasheet.com and all the site, you can find. So these are the end result. These are come from the post silicon validation. Another thing is that in the IP industry, if you are in the IP domain, you are making the IP and selling the IP, there your post silicon validation is very very important, because that is the key thing to sell the IPs. If you do not have your post silicon validated, your IP is just only line of codes. People do not know how the IP will perform in actual chip, right? So you cannot sell without a post silicon report. Even if you have to sell a chip, right, you have to have a post silicon validation. So this is a very key important. I think in as a engineer post, it's important. As a career growth, it is important. So this is why I have made this channel, right, to give you the entire bird's eye view of the things. Because when you are sitting in a cubicle, you will not be able to know what is happening and how the different domain or subparts are connected to each other, how the world is evaluating your work. So Gokula, if you are working in the post silicon validation, I will say go through the different scholarly articles from maybe Google Scholar or something like that, and read about how these things are impacting. So different, how the different post silicon reports are created, how they are expressing their outcome, right? So these things are very much important. I give two things, right? One is the IP, another is the package chip. So there the post silicon validation is very much important. So you may see that it's not about only the post silicon validation, right? In industry when I worked, I personally worked multiple various domains, so I have the inter domain operability as a knowledge. I see that people, when working in a particular domain, they do not understand that what is the end significance of that particular domain. That happens with every engineer who is sitting in the cubicle doing a lot of work, day to day work. That happens and that hits the mind. What is my significance? Because the companies are in a layered structure, they will not tell you about what's the end result until or unless you go and find it by yourself. If you are a seeker, you will go and find out. If you are not a seeker, you will sit in the cubicle and keep wondering, wow, what I am working, and why after the entire days of work, what is happened. And I tell you that in case you are in working in the post silicon validation, right? Pick up every term that you write in your datasheet or in your report, search in a Google scholarly articles and read the article, so you will know how it is significant, how your work is significant to the world, to the semiconductor community. So that is the thing that you must focus on. So folks, thank you, you are opening up, and I think in case you are hearing me well, please give me a thumbs up. So and yeah, Gokula, that's why we are doing this live. So there is a lot of question that actually keeps our head blocked when we work in the cubicle, right? And at the end, when we switch off our monitor and our PC, right, and we go back home, we think that what the things we are done, whether we have any importance or not. But whatever work you are doing, right, it has a lot of importance, because without the semiconductor chip, the world today cannot move technically a bit from one end of the world to the another end of the world. Each and every work in VLSI has its importance. So I got a question from Prakash. So let me read out. I am a fresher, I think, in VLSI PD engineering in a startup company. What is the future growth? Yes, this is the very good importance questions. So you are in a startup, right? You will be able to handle multiple things. Now it has two aspects of your growth. One, multiple task management at the same time. Second, multiple skill you will ensure to learn. So if you go ahead and you can see there are 4 episodes on different VLSI job domains. If you go and read, or sorry, not read, you watch the episode. So there, what you will see that the skill set that will you acquire in a company, in a startup, maybe in 3, 4, 5 years or 6 years, right? That will open up different avenue in different domains of the VLSI. This is the technical side. This is the technical side that will earn as a technique. So in VLSI, when you are working, right, you want two things. First thing is you earn money. Okay, that goes to your bank, you spend it and it's gone. Second thing, knowledge. It stays with you. It stays with you forever. And using that knowledge, you can do an increment, right? Either inside your company or outside when you are switching a job. So you must focus on every bits and pieces that you are acquiring. Money goes to your bank account, you don't have to worry for that. But the technical thing that is getting in your savings bank here, you have to be very careful what you are having. So the things you are getting, right, as a PD engineer in a startup, right, you will be able to handle multiple things in a PD. You can become a PD manager maybe within 10 years, right, in some company. If you hard struggle 10 years in a startup, right, after 10 years you can become a manager in a PD. I am just extrapolating the points, so don't get judgy about that or having too much or too low about this thing. But this is the aspect. So things you will have, if I break it up in pieces, first you will have your multiple task management skill, which is a HR skill. HR generally like these skills because they need a kind of Swiss Army knife as an employee. And as a technical person, you will have multiple domain interoperability. That means you can switch from one domain to another. And PD is not only in the ASIC. PD is there is also in the analog or the IP design, right? So there you can go. And I think I received two more questions. I will go them one by one. So here I think Abhi is there. Abhi is asking, sir, I am having 6 years in PCB design experience. I want to switch my domain from PCB to physical design. Please provide advice for me. What my growth in this field? First, Abhi, one thing is there. You have to be very specific about presenting your skills, what you have learned. You must know the all fundamentals that you have done through the software for the PCB. And PCB is not only the PCB or the, I think the printed Vero board, right? I'm not talking about that. That is not, that is end result, that is the outcome. What you are acquiring here is the most important thing. If you are learning things, it means that you have to correlate the fundamental physics and all the physics and electronics of the circuitry for which you have done the PCB. So PCB is the end result which will be out for market, right? But as an engineer, when you engineer PCB, right, there you construct some circuit, right? Maybe with diode, transistor, resistors, whatever. That circuit functioning and how much grip you have on the circuit knowledge as an electronics background guy. So that is very much important. So if you have that skill and you are able to present that confidently and with great detail into a in a technical interview, then that is going to help you in a very good way. So Abhi, I think I have given this a brief answer. I think you culture it on, and let me see whether we can prepare any Q&A episode on this. So the next comment is from Prajwal. Design verification versus PD, which would be a better for a fresher? Now, this is A versus B is very okay. Prajwal has another question. So first question, let me answer first. So verification in engineer versus physical design, both have importance. Now my question is that recently a Q&A episode is published where the host Munmun has explained in detail whether you go for a front end versus back end. In case you have not watched that particular episode, please go ahead. We have done a qualitative analysis and qualitative suggestion there in that particular episode. So we put a lot of effort in preparing the episode. We have rounds of reviewing the content, and then we publish our videos in this channel. So please go ahead and watch. That will help you to clear your mind. So whether go in the right direction or the left direction or maybe some in between direction, so that will help you. And it is there is, I think there is a learning for VLSI episode. If you search, go in the videos, I think initial Q&A. So there, these episodes will also this particular episode will also help you in getting your answer. So next comment is from welcome to, okay, he's anonymous guy, I can say. What is your advice to fresher who wish to publish patent? So for patent and I think patent and pending things, you follow the legal procedure. You follow the legal procedure. You talk with your company and how much sharing you have, and you can then proceed. In past, when I have worked with colleagues, very near and dear colleagues of me have patents. So you can have patents for your own, and you must also know the legal procedure, because it's not about yes or no or right or left, but it is knowing in detail how to apply for a patent and how to make your work qualify for a patent and all those things. Okay, so, and in case you have some seniors in your company who have done the patent, so you can go ahead and talk with him, or in case you have a friend in another company who has done patent, go ahead and speak. And you have the greatest resource, that is Google. Go ahead and do a Google. Next question is from Prajwal. Good project ideas for BTech level in VLSI domain. So I have done 2 episodes back to back about the different ideas that you can get a project, because project has to be executed is not only just by you, right? It has to be some another senior guy with you, right? So go ahead in the, I think it's in the FAQ series. I have done two back to back episodes, and in those two episodes I have explained how to pick the topic for the project, right? And there is a lot of case analysis I have done, so please watch that episode, Prajwal. I think that will help you. The next question is from Harsh. Harsh asked if there is any scope of RFIC engineer in the Indian semiconductor industry, which companies to focus on. So Harsh, uh, right now I do not have the ready bouquet of data for you, and we will prepare a Q&A episode on this. So here Abhi says, thanks for the answer, sir. Yeah, most welcome, Abhi. And please put down your questions freely when you are actually uh, seeing a video. If the question comes to your mind, just put in the comments. So I think questions will go in the Q&A track or FAQ track depending upon the category, right? So FAQ is for the frequently asked questions in VLSI as a technical but purely technical background. It has nothing to do with your career, it has nothing to do with your human inclination, all that. But the Q&A is a more generic thing that deals with your human nature or human inclination or all those things. So there are two separate tracks, FAQ and Q&A. So these are different track. If you see the episode types, you will see the difference in between. And the FAQ episodes are deep technical. That means we go deep inside the technical, so that even if you have a technical interview question around that particular topic, you will be able to answer to satisfy your interviewer. Prajwal says, yes, I'll check it out. Thanks. And Harsh says, sure, thanks, sir. So, folks, I enjoyed this session with you in this live session. And here the anonymous folk is also says thanks for your answers. So enjoyed this session. I think I will try to come live. So there was a huge delay about the particular camera right now used seeing, right, is it's a high resolution 1080p camera, and I was earlier streaming from my laptop, and that has a low end camera, and I switched to a lot of hardware gears in between, so there was a lot of background things you cannot see. And you can see the background is different here, and the lighting is also different. And I think we have a cozy discussion right now going on. I see the interaction, and I will try to come live more frequently. And I'm happy here today. Say there is Arvind. Another question is, what is the difference between ASIC and FPG and VLSI? So this has to be answered in a detail episode. So take that question for the Q&A, right? Okay. So another question from Abhi. Sir, I completed my PD course, now eagerly waiting for switch to the domain. But as a fresher in VLSI, I am getting the salary package of 2 LPA. Is the situation okay? Abhi, one thing here. First of all, this is the beginning. First of all, this is the beginning. I tell you, I have published an episode about salary. Let me sip some water. And Moon has created one particular episode on salary hike, right? And given, so please watch those two episodes. One is about VLSI salary, another is about the VLSI salary hike. I think one was there in the FAQ, another was in the Q&A. I think you will find both in the two different playlists. So please go ahead and watch. First of all, I can tell you that in my career I had more than 100% growth in one particular switch. So don't think about how much you are getting in the beginning. So Abhi, one thing is that there are two things in the in engineer's life. One is the earning, another one is the learning. Earning can be spent in a month. The learning, which is the most valuable asset, will help you to increase your salary. This is the reason when I started my career in the VLSI, there was no dedicated channel or there was no dedicated portal to discuss the things that today I catered to you and Moon catered to you. So both of us catered to you through the Tech Simplified channel, right? So the Tech Simplified channel has the mission and vision for these things only, just to give you the actual facts, because a lot of rumors spread around. Even when we started as a fresher, right, we also had heard multiple rumors, and this cannot happen, that cannot happen. But when we done our journey, we have seen that things happen. And so just be encouraged to move in a journey. In case you are grabbing a package, right, you start. First of all, when you are working in a company, you are getting your work experience. Write a CV with great detail about what you have worked. And in case you have got a good hike in your company, you stay there. In case you are not, after some time, maybe after 3 years, right, generally there is a thumb rule that you can change a company after 3 years. So no one asks question, but before that, if you change, HR will think you are a flickering in mind, right? Generally, if you switch a company after 3 years, I think 3 or 4 years is enough time to judge your work, and you can switch to a work. You can have reasonable logics of changing. So in case you are not satisfied with the salary with that company, go ahead and switch to another company. There is no one stopping you. But to start, you need to have some pedestal where you stand, right? So if you are getting such pedestal, just got onto it, just jump onto it and start walking. You have your entire life to switch, in entire life to increase the salary. As a fresher, you must think about the knowledge gaining, because that is the thing that will help you to increase your salary or get a good job role in a good MNC with good package and benefits, right? So go ahead and do that. I think here another question is from Prakash. Yes, sir. As you have said, I'm handling multiple tasks in my startup as PD engineer. Yes, Prakash. That is the most human skill you have. Multiple task management. Even in my corporate, I have been trained for multiple task management, and I can tell you, if you are doing it well, right, you are getting sharpened for a post of maybe a project manager in future. So be confident about your work, be confident about you, be confident about your human skills. Hey Abhi, a big million thanks to you, sir. Understood. Hey, you are most welcome. That's why the live interaction is, and I'm after a long time I'm coming live, and I'm also very much happy to share and give the answers to you folks. So, hey folks, in case you have some questions, please put down, or otherwise I will stop this session. And I think we have covered almost an hour here, talking about different things. Avi says, oh, Abhi says, my name is Tamil Selvan. Okay. So I did not understand about the entire name. Yeah, I saw your comments. I remember now. Yes, in the channel. So, folks, good to see you. And I think we'll meet in our next live session. Till then, please keep watching the videos that are published. Hey folks, and another thing, tell me, are you getting the notification of the videos or not? I think that has a great importance, right? Because if you are not getting the notification, that means there is something, maybe you have not clicked the notification bell or something. Yeah, please go ahead and see the notification icon. Another thing, those people who are not getting the notification, please do follow the LinkedIn page of Tech Simplified TV, or do follow my LinkedIn profile. as soon as any episode is published, I publish it in the Tech Simplified TV page in LinkedIn, or in the my personal profile. Yes, Arvind. Yes, I earlier I was doing this live session periodically. Yes, I was coming, and there was a hardware lag at my end, which I took time to circumvent, and now I'm well able to conduct the live session from good hardware desktop machine, right? And I think frequently I'll be able to come live. Prakash says, yes, sir, I'm a regular watch of your channel videos. Yes, good. And folks who have seen my channel, maybe your friends or colleagues may not be seeing the channel. Maybe please share it with them, because this is a niche channel, and people are maybe hooked onto the different entertainment channel in YouTube, but serious education in YouTube, I think it's rare. And people may be doubting, but I have seen the comments, some of our series is better than the paid courses. I'll not take the name of which particular site, but I say people have commented the course is much better than a paid content. So please take your time through the playlist. In case you have a question, write it down. Maybe it will go to FAQ or Q&A depending upon the type of the question. And here Praveen says, Praveen Gupta says, hi sir, please do a video on create path groups. Yeah, Praveen, can you just write down your question detail in any video comment? That will help me, because this live session, this pop-up will vanish after I come go out of the live stream, right? So I generally I take maybe screenshot of these things, right? So that I have all the question and things. Let me take a note of all the things that came today. I'm saving this thing in my live stream session, right? Data here. Just hold on for a while. So I have taken the note. Thank you for attending, and thank you for opening up. These things you cannot do in a company, right? Because certainly, hey Praveen, and I read your comment out loud. So, and I really like the content in the channel, suggested some of my friends. Very good. Thank you very much. Because people in YouTube generally have entertainments and maybe meme things and all, but serious education and serious career guidance is not there, and people have to pay. So there might be talented folks who have their talents but don't have enough money to buy the uh, courses, right? They get backlogged. I feel the pain, and that's why I create good quality educational videos. And also Munmun has taken the ownership of multiple tracks as a channel manager. She is continuously working in different particular tracks, so there is a dedicated effort from my side and Munmun side. So both we are doing a lot of effort for you folks, so that not only the paid things here in Tech Simplified TV, there is nothing paid content. Okay, so everything is for yourself. It is free to learn. Once you have some couch time, you can go ahead and sit with your mobile, with your headphones in your ears, and you can start learning. Whether it is somewhere outside your home or inside your home, it doesn't matter. You have some time and you want to increase your productivity, you can do it with the Tech Simplified TV. So it's a one of a kind of initiative that is, I think, I have not seen when I was in working in the VLSI company. So I tried to fill the landscape, which is for many years there has been no proper construction, right? So this channel helps you folks who are freshers, who maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year experience, have a lot of question buzzing into your mind. You have nowhere to ask, because if you ask the question to your manager, manager will think that you are going to switch the company. As a matter of fact, it may not be that case. It just a question, you have to get an answer. And that shyness and that barrier stops you from gathering the knowledge. So in Tech Simplified TV, it's all about having knowledge, become knowledgeable, and share the knowledge to others who need it. And you don't have to pay the money for any course or any knowledge. So yeah, thank you folks. And today I am signing out here, and see you in another live episode. Till then, bye.